The man cut open one side of the bucket and scooped in some seawater. He covered the bucket with plastic wrap, placed a cup inside, and put a heavy object on top of the plastic. A simple freshwater filtration device was now complete. After being exposed to the sun, the seawater evaporated, and the fresh water formed by condensation dripped directly into the cup. Though the amount seemed pitifully small, at this moment it became his life-saving water. He took a gentle sip, held it in his mouth, letting it slowly moisten his parched, burning throat, before finally swallowing it. Then he cast out a fishing line into the ocean, hoping to catch something to fill his stomach. While waiting for the fish to bite, he used a sextant to measure the angle and, after some calculations, discovered that the current would soon carry him toward an international shipping route. By then, if a passing ship appeared, he might be rescued. Not long after, the fishing line suddenly jerked. Tom's heart leapt with joy, convinced a big fish was on the hook. But before he could celebrate, a shark shot up from the sea and snapped away his dinner in a single bite. This startled Tom badly, and he quickly stood up, nervously scanning his surroundings. He saw schools of sharks circling nearby. Looking at his fragile, barely floating raft, a wave of fear surged through him. He worried that he might become the shark's next meal at any moment. After night fell, Tom was suddenly awakened by a deafening roar. Groggy, he lifted his head and saw it was a cargo ship. The sudden spark of hope instantly sobered him. He quickly fired a signal flare into the sky, but the ship didn't notice him. Fearing he would miss this chance at survival, he launched his last flare into the darkness. The pitch-black sky glowed red from the flare, yet the ship still sailed away without mercy. Tom collapsed to the ground in despair, as if all strength had drained from his body. Luckily, he spotted another faint light in the distance. Dragging his exhausted body, he struggled to his feet and desperately searched for a signal flare, only to find he had used them all. He knew he could not afford to miss this last opportunity. Without hesitation, he tore pages from his notebook, stuffed them into the bucket, and lit them with matches from the first aid kit. He staggered to his feet, wanting to shout, but his hunger was so severe that no sound came out. He ignored the weakness, frantically tearing out all the remaining pages, feeding the growing flames. But then, disaster struck. The fire grew too strong and accidentally ignited the raft that kept him alive. The old man stumbled and, in the chaos, fell into the icy, bone-chilling sea.